And how else he thinks? Naiva kinchit karomi iti yukto manyeta tattvavid. The one who knows the truth, he knows, I'm not doing anything. I'm not the doer of anything. Pashyan, Shunvan, Sprashan, Jignan, Ashnan, Swapan, Shwasan is a beautiful Sanskrit. He's what he sees, what he hears, what he touches, what he smells, where he goes, when he sleeps, when he dreams, or Pralapan, Visrajan, Grihan, Unmishan, Nimishan, Api, opening eyes, closing his eyes, speaking, accepting, discarding, in all the activities of the life. What he thinks, Indriyani Indriyartheshu Vartanta, iti dharya. Senses are doing for their own sake. I am not doing anything. Stomach is feeling hungry. Yes, because it's hungry, it goes and eats something. Then I am feeling sleepy, I am tired, I have to go close my eyes closed because I am feeling body is tired, it goes to sleep. I don't go to sleep. I don't feel hungry, nor I feel satisfied or rested. The Atman does not feel any of these things. He is so firmly established in that idea that he watches his Indriyas go on performing as if he's inside. That is why I said Drigadrishya Viveka you must practice. What is Drigadrishya Viveka? Vidyaranya Swami, very beautiful. In first shloka, he says, the world outside, if it is the seen, the eyes are the seer. But who sees the eye? A mind is there which sees the eye. Who sees the mind? There is Atman which sees the mind. Who sees the Atman? No one. So you go one step into yourself, and then you will see your Indriyas are outside you, your mind is outside you, Buddhi is outside you. You are the witness of all these things. They go on doing what they have got to do. They experience things good, bad, sweet, sour, happy, sad. All this happens in the outside. Within you, you are untouched. Vashishta Ramayana says, how is that state? Shila antarivastitihi, like the inside of a stone. How beautiful, see? Sarva Shanta Sankalpa. All your ideas, thoughts, desires have become silent. Means you don't desire for food. Hunger is a part of your natural phenomenon. So you eat something. But you don't desire for it. There's no desire component. It is a part of your fulfillment of your need. But no desire or wants in that. Sanchata Sarva Sadguru. All desires have disappeared, become silent. And how do you become? Shilantarivastitihi. You become silent like the inside of a stone. Imagine the density of that silence inside a stone. I was sitting by the beach and I was watching a lot of stones have been put for the sake of protecting the land. And I look at so many waves are coming, hitting the stone and going back. Every time if the stone feels it, he says, he'll be crying because the waves are going on lashing against it. Stone is not perturbed. You may say it's a matter, how will it be perturbed? Yes, it is a matter, but I'm just trying to symbolically think of the idea of a jnani who sits like a stone. Outside him, so many things are happening. Waves are lashing against it. Sun is shining, it's becoming hot, it's becoming cold. But inside, nothing happens. So the Vashishta Jadyan Vidya Nidra Vinurmuktaha Sa Swaswarupa Sthiti Smritaha. You can become like that also when you're in deep sleep after a nice good lunch or a breakfast and in the maths class or whichever class, including Paravidya class, unfortunately. You can reach that inside of a stone sthiti. People can kick you, people can shake you, but you won't wake up. Or you're drunk, lost all your senses and moorings, lying in some corner. Nobody knows day and night where. Do what you want. Even then you can reach this state. But he says very clever, this shloka says, Jadya Nidra Vinurmukta. Should be free from laziness, inertia, or deep sleep. And still be silent like a stone. Then you have reached the true state of yourself. That Satsvarupa. That is your true self. Absolutely calm and silent. Outside everything goes on. Inside nothing happens. Antarvikalpa shunyasa bahisvachanda charina. Inside there are no thoughts. Outside there is tremendous activity. Swachanda means free. You are freely moving around. But inside you, nothing is happening. Part of it is steady, part of it is moving. How beautiful the concept of Atman and the Indriyas are. Indriyas are going on running around. Atman remains at the steady in the center. Like the axle of the wheel. Center remains steady, the wheel turns up. So that is the sthiti that you must talk. So this person thinks all the Indriyas are doing their own job. They're meant to do. Eyes are meant to see, ears are meant to hear. They're going about doing their job. I am here steady. That is the idea of this jnani. So these shlokas are all mostly the explanation. And how does that he become? He becomes like the lotus leaf in water because of the wisdom. So what he stays in water, but the water cannot stay on the leaf. Like coat of the lotus leaf, it has got a little waxy coat. So water doesn't stay on it. Water starts staying on it, leaf will get destroyed. So he stays in the world, but world does not stay on him. That's why it's a boat in the ocean, but ocean is not, water should not come inside the boat. You enjoy the world should not enjoy you. Be careful. That is the idea. The one who has completely dedicated himself, Brahman Adaya, everything is dedicated to that idea of Brahman. Such a person is like the lotus leaf, never affected by all the water that is around, inside, above, below, nothing, all that, everything happen around him. He remains steady. And what he says, Kayena Manasa Buddhya Kevala Indriyairapi Yogina Karma Kurvanti Sangam Tyaktva Atma Shuddhaya. Why should he still act in the world? To maintain his purity. His body, Kaya, Manasa, his mind, Buddhya, intellect, Keval Indriyairapi, all the senses, Yogina Karma Kurvanti. The real yogi works in the world. Sangam Tattva, without attachment. For what? Atma Shuddhaya, to keep himself pure. So he's telling Arjuna, you have to develop purity. How do you become purity? You do karma yoga. How? Body, mind, intellect, indriyas, all these you should be put into action, but without any attachment. That will purify your mind. Once your mind is purified, that wisdom will dawn on its own. Yesterday we said, if you're ready, Guru comes. If you're really ready, Guru disappears. So real readiness is when your inside itself tells you what to do. You become continuously in touch with your divinity, and nobody needs to tell you what to do, what not to do. That's the state you must achieve. He says, Yukta karma phalam tyakta shanti apnoti neshtikam. The one who attains this kind of a perfection in his duties, in delivering, such a person immediately attains peace. Because he has attained the idea that I am not the doer. He is not attached to the results. He is just doing it for the sake of keeping himself pure, selfless actions. But ayukta kamakarena phale saktu nibadhyate. But the one who is not ready, who is not capable of this, ayuktaha, what does he do? He because of desire for fruits of actions, he gets bound by actions. So lower desire should be replaced with a higher desire in the first place. Then there should not be any desire. Desirelessly, by divine will, things should happen. So if you must say, I have a desire to do good to the world. That desire, at least not a desire, it's my nature. You can't say river has a desire to reach the ocean. That is not its river's desire, that is its nature. So good people's nature is to do good. So think like that. Out of my nature, I have to do good. Your nature is to do good. That is what I was telling in the morning. Our basic nature is to do good. It's not an option to do good. It's the very nature, very obligation to do good in this world. It's how we should live. There is no other way to live. This is how one should live in the world. So that is the idea that ayukta cannot, the one who is not ready, you cannot rest. Ready, steady, then go. So readiness is purity of mind, steadiness is stability of mind. Then go, then comes the wisdom. So that is what he is treating Arjuna. All the other shlokas are on similar tone or similar thing. Next, this one I will take up, 14th, where Krishna says very big secret here. He says, na kartatvam na karmani lokasya srujati prabhu na karma phala sanyogam svabhavastu pravartate. See, I don't create action in this world, nor I create doership in this world. Don't blame me. You created the world. Many people blame. Had you kept quiet and not created this world, all this mess would not have been there. See, this God should not have created this world. First he creates the world, then all the mess happens. Then he comes, struggles to set everything right. What is the point? Don't create the world, don't have mess, don't have problems at all. The journal is a medical journal, and that I was reading about the incidence of congenital heart diseases in the world. And they concluded that the largest number of cases happen in poor countries where the social development index is low. It means basic amenities, income, access to education, all this is very low. That is poorer countries, and fertility rate is high. Many children, many people are born. So what is the solution to reducing the congenital heart disease burden in the world is, they're saying, if you reduce the fertility of people, then less children will be born. So naturally, the probability of children having congenital heart disease will be less. What a solution from a scientific journal. They're not talking about improving the social development index, giving access to nutrition, education, health. They're saying if you reduce the overall fertility rate, in the sense everybody produces less children, we'll have less children born with heart diseases. How to reduce poverty? Kill all the poor. There are no poor, there is no poverty. What kind of solution? That is not the solution at all. You must learn how to deal with the problem. You created the world. It's such a mess. You shouldn't have created the mind. Everybody should have been pure. Why all this mess? And now you come and take Bhagavad Gita classes, and that also we have to go through it. And then you tell us, show me whether you're improving or not. Why go through this whole game? Krishna says, I have not created any action in the world, nor I have created the doership. None of this is my doing. I am Atman. So what he says, na karma phala sanyogam. Also I have not created the results of the action and the consequences thereafter. Nothing of this. Swabhavastu pravartate. Because of your own nature, you behave and you experience the world as you experience. It's your nature that makes you behave the way you behave. Remember in the previous chapter we learned Prakrite Krivamani Gunai Karmani Sarvashaha. All gunas are there. We are born, we develop some instincts, some ideas, some qualities because of the associations we keep, the books we read, the things we watch, the friendships we keep, and we become like that. And then we undertake actions, then there are reactions, then we experience it as good and bad, and then complain to God. Krishna says, see, neither I have created actions for you, nor I have created the results of actions for you, nor I have created any of these experiences for you. You have created it for yourself. See, we all live in the same world, but all our worlds are different. How I see the world versus how you see the world, how he sees or she sees, it's a different world. Each lives in a different world of its own in this whole world. I see things differently, you see things differently, right? A child sees this world differently. A politician sees this differently. A military man sees this differently. A thief sees this differently. A jnani sees this differently. Everybody in the same world, but everybody has their own worlds. Who created these worlds? They themselves, their minds have created these worlds. Because their dispositions, their inclinations, which has been developed by them through various years of births of association with kinds of people. That's why it's keep good company. Keep good company is the first step in spirituality. Satsangatve nisangatvam. Start with satsanga. Push yourself to go to good company. Your mind will tell, let's go and have a party. But you must tell your mind, you should do your discrimination. No, that's not going to lead us to any happiness. Let's attend a satsanga. You'll learn something nice. That is how you have to train yourself. So it says that all this has been created, and the next one is very important. Here Krishna is simply absolving himself of all the responsibility of whatever people experience. He says, Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukritam vibhu agyanena amritam jnanam tena mudyanti jantavaha. I don't give any merits or sins to anybody. People think because of ignorance and they get deluded. I neither give you sins, I don't give you rewards, nor I give you punishments. This is what I was telling in the morning. God's job is not to sit here like an accountant. We have a projection like Yama sits with Chitragupta. Chitragupta is the perennial accountant who keeps track of all our activities and then tells Yama how many whips, how many. No, that is not God's job. At least in the highest, purest state as Brahman, that's not his job. So he's saying, I'm not giving you merits and sins. Don't blame it tomorrow. You told me to fight the war. No, I am getting the sin of it. No, if you had fought with the right attitude, there was no sin and merit anyways. You don't understand how to do things and then you get stuck. Then you blame me for everything. That's not true. I don't give merit and sin. So somebody asked me a question. So when we pray that you should come and interfere and intervene in our problems, sometimes you do that, right? You come and guide us. You tell us, either come in a dream or tell us physically or some way you indicate. You help us in our situations. What is that? Are you not interfering? You're saying, I don't interfere with anything. Your good is your good, your bad is your bad. I don't care. I'm not involved in it. I'm free. Wash off his hands. But he says, but you come and help and things like that. What is that then? I said, yes, if you pray to me and ask for help, like a good teacher, I will come and help the student. Not in the examination hall, but before. In your classroom, you're not getting something right. You want some help with your homework, I'll help you. Like parents will help you. Like a good friend will help you. I will help you to learn if you're sincere. I will not do your homework. I will not write your exams. But I will help you to write your exams. In the sense, I will teach you. To that extent, I interfere. Beyond that, I don't interfere. If you pray to God, He will come. See, but many times we don't want to pray to God. See, Dharmaraja was there. He was invited by Duryodhana for a game of dice. Dharmaraja very much knew that this Duryodhana is not a nice fellow. How much ever he tells, I have changed, I have transformed, I have become a good boy. It's not true. Yet this Dharmaraja went there. Why? Because he felt, I have become a king. All kings have this special privilege to gamble with each other. That was in those days a kingly thing to do. And it's a prestige thing for them. It's a status thing for them. So Dharmaraja felt it's a status symbol to go and play a game of dice or gamble with Duryodhana. Like, I am also king. I have plenty of wealth to let us see. And what happens? He loses everything. So much so that he loses his wife also, Draupadi. And she is put in the middle of the court, such embarrassment. And there is Dushasana pulling her sari and she's crying out for help. Nobody can help. The Kauravas, elders cannot help. The Pandavas, who are husbands, cannot help. She herself cannot help herself. She is not strong enough. She prays to Krishna. Krishna helped. Did Krishna interfere or not? He did interfere in the whole thing. He helped her. Had Dharmaraja prayed to Krishna before going to the game of gambling, that Krishna, what do you think? Should I go or not? What would have been Krishna's answer? Hey, Dharmaraja, what happened to you? Don't you know what kind of people they are? That Shakuni is sitting on the other side. Is a cunning man. He'll play all foul and he will make you lose. Don't even try. Be here. Forget your kingdom and kingship. All this is separate, but don't go and play gambling. But Dharmaraja never consulted Krishna. Same thing we do so many times. When we are tempted to do something very badly, something inside us, ask that Krishna within. Ask within. No, I'm fine with it. Then get into all the trouble. Where were you, God? When I was getting into trouble. Are you not supposed to look after me? Are you not supposed to take care of me? Okay? So this is what I'm saying. Nadatte kasyachit papam najaiva sukritam vibhu. Lord does not distribute papa punya to people. It is their own doing. But they want to find somebody to blame it on later. And who is the best to blame? God. So that's how we blame God all the time for bad. Of course, we praise God for good also. But He's neither interested in your praise nor interested in your blames. Both are your own making. As long as you are Ajnani, this is what will be happening to you. Ajnani will accept both as God's grace. Why Jnani has no problem. I was telling one by beautiful bhajan is there, Kabir Das bhajan. This woman has to go every day and fill a pot of water and come from the river. One day the pot cracks and breaks. What should be the reaction? Ayyo, my pot is broken. Now what will I do? Her reaction is good riddance. This pot is broken, no more filling water every day. भला हुआ मेरी मटकी फूटी मैं पनिया भरन से छूटी मेरे सर से टली बला. That is the Kabir Das. भला हुआ मेरी माला टूटी मैं राम भजन से छूटी मेरे सर से. Good that my mala has broken, my rosary beads have broken. Now no more I have to chant this name of Rama. In the sense, no more I have to get into these rituals to realize God. No more of this body consciousness, which is in the form of the pot, and suffering with this body conscious every day, trying to satisfy the urges of the body. Good riddance once for all. So the reaction of a yogi or a sannyasi or true sannyasi or a true karma yogi is what when difficulties come and something goes out of hand, good riddance. Maybe it was not meant for me. It was simply dragging too much of my time and energy. It was taking away. Who knows, there might be something positive. So they will see positive in everything. Whether Ajnanis will blame. So Krishna says, see, don't blame me for anything. I am teaching you everything. Based on which, if you take a decision and do the thing in the right way, you will experience good things. If you don't, you experience bad things. Both are your own making. I am not interfering with any of it. So that is very, very important. So what happens? Jnanena tu tadagyanam yesham nashitamatmanah tesham adityavajnanam prakasheti tattaram. So the one who has developed this wisdom, his ignorance is destroyed in the same way as when sun rises, all the darkness is destroyed. When the sun rises, all the darkness is destroyed. At once. Does it get destroyed one after the other? Everything is visible at once. That is what achirena tadi gacchati. Immediately you attain peace. You don't attain peace step by step. Immediate peace when you have that wisdom, jnana. Like sun when it rises, everything is visible at once. Not one after the other. Same way, if the Jnani, once he attains this wisdom, for him everything becomes so clear. No more delusions, no more doubts, no more illusions. That is the beauty of Jnana. That's why again he's telling Jnana is important. But what he's trying to say, this Jnana can be attained through purification of mind, and purification of mind can be attained through selfless action, not for the sake of results, but sake of discharging one's duty. That's it, you do selflessly.